for joining me here on Get With the Stars. I'm your host, Lori Bell.
Pleasure to meet me.
You're watching Left Coast TV.
This is the winning lobster. So now we're going fishing.
That's a little bit deflation. Cool down.
This is going to be a show that you guys are not going to want to miss.
Now, is there a 6-second delay on this show? Because I'm going to curse.
We are making yellow cutlery with pumpkins.
Do I get fired if I don't wear your headband?
To make either pollo.
Jojo, you're hired. Boom. Something like that. What, can we eat this? I'm gonna learn how to make some sushi, and now I'll have to cook it for my guests.
I'd like to say thank you very much for joining us, and thanks for being a part of the Get With the Stars.
Welcome to Get Cooking with the Stars. I'm your host, Lori Bell, and today we are going fishing. So let's go get our guests, gold medalist Ashley McIver, and we've got Jay Demerit of the Whitecaps. Let's go. You guys are going to be teaching me. This is my first time.
That's a triple header right there.
When did you start skiing?
Well, I grew up in Whistler, so I was actually on skis for the first time when I was like a year and a half old. It wasn't really skiing. I was like in ski boots in my skis, but just skiing down these carpeted stairs we had into our second living room up in Whistler.
Really?
And with people holding me a bit. And then I started racing when I was 9 or 10 maybe. And then I got into ski cross, which was a different form of ski racing.
Yeah.
Where we go head to head 4 at a time when I was about 20. So kind of late for then competing in that sport in the Olympics.
Discipline. How did you get to where you are?
Well, for the most part, I loved what I was doing. And so it was easy to find the motivation to go and do the work I needed to do to be prepared, because it was actually, for the most part, enjoyable. And a big part of it for me has always been to inspire others to lead a healthy, active lifestyle and just sort of promote the power of sport. And it's been amazing for me. I've had a lot of great experiences. I also just wanted to make sure that I did everything in my power to make sure that when I got to this phase of my life, I didn't look back with any regrets.
Good job, Ashley McIver. What are we cooking today?
This beautiful bank salmon. We are going to make salmon with crispy skin, some Yukon Gold potato gnocchi, little lobster mushroom and asparagus sauteed, and then just a little fresh salad on top.
That sounds delicious.
It really does.
Yes. Tail piece we can save. We can use that for, well, tartare or whatever our hearts desire.
So did you guys catch all the salmon for your wedding?
We did. That was one of our bright ideas. Like, we didn't have enough to do, but we have a couple friends that have boats up in Squamish and do a lot of fishing up there. And of course, this is salmon season, so why not utilize our surroundings and go catch them?
It was amazing. When I went out in Howe Sound, we were off Furry Creek, and they were just like jumping on the surface. It was like in Life of Pi, the movie where they're all jumping into the boat. I felt like we could have just put nets out and caught them.
We are going to score the backside of the fish of the skin. By doing this, when you stir it in the pan, it keeps the skin from curling up.
Okay.
And a flat, crispy skin. It's kind of want to penetrate the skin. You don't really want to go too far into the flesh, so you're going to pinch it.
What did I do wrong there?
Basically, when you're cutting, you don't want to have your fingers out like this. You can easily cut the tips. You kind of want to use make a kind of a claw almost.
Okay, yeah.
Use your knuckles as a guide.
For safety, okay.
Exactly. So kind of pinching the sides of the fish, using your knuckles as a guide. Kind of let the knife rub against the side of your knuckles. It'll keep you from it'll keep your fingertips off. So
that's always important. What's next?
So next we are going to do the veg prep for the dish. So starting with asparagus. Jay, what do you do?
I'm working on the mushroom.
The mushroom. It's a lobster mushroom, very delicious. Very beautiful mushroom, but a very dirty mushroom.
So how did you two meet?
We actually met at a hockey game. It was a mutual sponsor who they kind of set us up, really. They were sponsoring me through the Olympics, and then when Jay signed for the Whitecaps, they were just trying to introduce him to people in the city and make sure he received a warm welcome, and I was their girl.
It was the 1-year anniversary of the Olympics, so Ashley and a few of the other medalists were dropping the puck that evening at the Canucks game, so I was the new guest in town, so they treated me to a Canucks game. Which is the first thing you should do when you come to Vancouver, of course.
Or Whitecaps.
Yeah, or a Whitecaps
Yeah.
game, depending on which season you move here.
Yeah.
That's true.
So becoming captain of the Whitecaps, how did that all happen?
The Whitecaps were a new team in the MLS. They had just gotten an expansion franchise, so I became their first signing right as the first season was about to start. They asked if I would be willing to be the captain of the club, which the captain has a different role as well, not only playing and being a leader on the field. You're being an ambassador for the club. You're helping it grow in other ways, helping out the youth team. But for me, that was a role that I've been able to embrace. It's never easy, but for me, it's the most gratifying. So I really enjoy it and look forward to continuing it.
Two incredible athletes. How do you handle that in household? Who wears the pants in the family?
It's a good question, and we get asked that regularly. Kind of compete together as a team, I would say, is the easiest way to put it. We're not ever really competing against each other.
We very rarely compete against each other. We're kind of like teammates almost in a way where it also helps that a lot of our fields are very different. So I can relate to what she does and support her, but I'm not really a competitive skier, so I can't like race her. Well, I could. She'd probably beat me, but it's one of those things where we decided very early that it's not about competition between us. It's how we compete against others together.
Absolutely.
So that seems to work very well.
Oh, wow. He's a pro. Don't look. And you're hired. Hit it with a little chicken stock, Italian parsley chive mix, and a little lemon zest.
And cilantro.
No cilantro. Just me doing this at home. You don't have to be so fancy and schmancy, but there you go.
And everything.
A little spoonful of the mushrooms and asparagus. A full team effort all day. Mushrooms and asparagus. Here we go, guys. Crispy skinned salmon.